responsibility for learning. Stewardship in terms of the natural environment. It's learning just to collaborate. Doing projects that also have a real-world relevancy to students. I believe that the STEM approach that AMANA Academy has recently adopted and its long-standing relationship with EL is a perfect partnership.
My name is Kelvin Ellis. I'm in the 8th grade, and I go to AMANA Academy.
So my name is Farouk El-Kaya, and I am an 8th grade student at AMANA Academy. In this expedition, what we're doing is we're supposed to be finding solutions and ways to help homeless people overcome their hardships as homeless people.
We're building a homeless hut for the homeless. We went on a couple field studies to mat houses.
A component of many expeditions is service learning, with the emphasis on the learning part. So service is not just going out and picking up trash along the roadside and it's a sort of one-shot deal. Service learning is taking first of all, learning about an issue or a need in the real world, understanding what a particular person or group needs, and then developing a product that fulfills those needs.
Today, the Mad Houses person, he brought in a bunch of plywood, and so we have to nail it in together. So we're basically planning on making this big hut, and so we'll hopefully be done by today.
The philosophy behind STEM education is the belief that students can, in school, learn the skills that they need to go out into the real world and become real engineers, right? Real mathematicians, and solve problems through engineering in the world. In order to be able to do that, they need to be developing the critical thinking skills in school that will enable them to do that. Engineers talk a lot about failure as the step toward success. In fact, multiple failures, taking risks, innovating. In order to do that, students have to have experience with failure in school and know what to do in response to failure. So EL instructional methods give students many opportunities to fail, to reflect on what they did, and to revise the steps they have taken in order to be successful, ultimately to be successful at that time.
Attract bugs away from the homeless and kill them. First, I get a cardboard box with a homeless person may find in a dumpster. Then I get some tape that they may find in a dumpster, but if not, it costs about $1 at Walmart. Then I have some honey.
And I think articulating what they've learned and how they've learned it is also a part of that, so that when students share the invention that they've created, if they can also tell, these are the choices that I made as an inventor, this is what worked, this is what didn't work, this is why I changed it in this particular way to be more successful, then those are the skills that they're going to need as leaders and scientists in the world.
In my data observations, I caught more mosquitoes during the morning, not a lot during the night, and I caught somewhat during the day. And my hypothesis in my experiment, I plan to kill bugs to stop the irritation to people. The honey will attract and then get the bugs stuck, and the bugs will eventually die. I think this experiment will work out really well and help out the homeless, because I know that no one wants bugs all over them.
I created an insulated food and water cooler to help preserve and keep food cold or water. And I wanted to use materials that were cheap or inexpensive and easy to find. And I tested which kinds of insulation works best in the cooler so that heat doesn't enter the cooler. And I also used styrofoam because there are gas bubbles in styrofoam, and they also help to keep heat from entering the cooler. And this was a success. I only used 2 layers of sand, so the water actually came through, and I used smaller pieces of charcoal and activated carbon instead of like the big pieces of charcoal, and the water actually came out cleaner.
It's about students having the metacognitive abilities to describe how they learned, why it matters, and to apply what they learned in school to a new situation in the real world. The best expedition products solve a real problem in the real world.